Okay, this could be the final mission. Gotta re-download the tools to look through the Unity game assets. More like the Unity game asses. I'm sorry. Now then. There's a bin somewhere. And we're gonna fucking find it. Come hell or high water, we're finding it. Oh, yeah, we need to put on, yeah, put Badum Badum FM on. Finding a bathtub. We're gonna find a bathtub. We're gonna find a tough bath. Also, we're very, very close to upgrading every upgrade in this game. So we might as well aim for that too whilst we're finding this trash bin. Boom. Do a man not have the right to fill his trash can bin up for a nice relaxing soak? You would have if you minded your own business. I just went walking by asking you how you were, and then you lost your lid. So no, I'd say no you don't. I need to start deconstructing some stuff. There's a lot of crap everywhere. Teleporter. Dirty Dancing? Oh, I should put that plant pot away.
Hello, I'm DJ Bleep Bloop, formerly known as Skeep Scoop. I lost that name to another DJ after a long, hard
Disco ball.
battle that's actually still going on. Sure, my lawyers are telling me to stop. However, just like I told my ex-wife, if I'm going down, it will be long, it will be messy, and I will drag everyone else down in the mud with me. But enough about that. We're here to listen to some
Did you find the bin
dance
yet?
music,
No.
So here we go.
No. We're still here. We're still flipping here. When the disco ball goes off, I can't help but feel the rhythm. Said the weird man as he ran upstairs. Holy fuck. There's a helicopter outside my window again. Disco ball and a bomb. Great. I might as well put a teleporter here. Level up. Oh, I dig more. So I only need to do 3 more upgrades and then I've fully upgraded everything. That's going to be right bonkers, that. I also need to find the other telescope down here. If I can make it to the other corner. There we go. Yeah, mapped out the 2 corners. Bomb. A potato. Disco ball.
You know what, listeners?
You're
confess
by
I
background
spent
noise.
years obsessing over things I could not control. I
Oh, I'm your background noise
today
to work today. That's great.
as an enlightened man. I have achieved the perfect life. I have the perfect
Welcome to
job.
Background Noise
I
FM.
have the perfect
Today's
mindset.
sponsor is
Nothing
Rodeo
is
brand
great,
paper towels
nothing in my life
for
can go
messes as
wrong.
big as Texas.
Not to get cocky, but I have figured it all out, and it all works through music.
Makes me wonder if this trash can even exists. Another potato, thank you. A reputable sponsor for once. What do you mean for once? Like all of my other sponsors have been dodgy up until this point. Finally! Yo, these guys are finding potatoes everywhere.
This is kind of sudden, but I can see my producer holding up a handwritten note on a glass window that says I am fired. Another note says pull the plug. But you know what, listeners? This party will stop only when I say it stops.
Oh, my door's open.
Keep
One moment.
dancing. Bum FM. Dance your troubles away.
Easy. I'm gonna drop off all these potatoes. What a strange collection. Were the goblins at least paid well? I have no idea. We were sponsored for them. We didn't follow the company's guidelines or anything. It was none of our business. Ironically. We were just paid to get paid. The ethics didn't matter.
I am getting threatened right now that they're going to call the police. There's one thing I always say in situations like these.
Trash can, din 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 din
Not allowed to
din.
arrest you if you just keep dancing.
makes me wonder. That's the end of that thought. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anywhere else to go. There's another potato. No trash can, though. Traffic cone. We're finding everything but what I want. Baby noises. I get really disappointed when I hear that sound, the and I get excited. I'm like, holy crap, is this it? No, you just get given some false food.
I am being told the police is actually getting involved at this minute. I think we all got a little excited just now. Let's all calm down. I am not leaving the studio. Yes, I said I am not leaving the studio. Instead, I'm going to play something that should ease all of our nerves.
Or bombs. Bombs, but no bins.
I mean, they got no grounds for firing me anyway. Sure, there has been a few toilet accidents, I did break the photocopier that one
Something I'm
time,
glad about
but
that
it
they
was
didn't include
always
in
a
this
lot
game.
of good fun.
They could have included like a constant drilling noise
Deal with this situation.
when going through all the muck and stuff. But they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't, because it's not something I thought I would find annoying. But I'm just imagining how quickly that would get frustrating to constantly hear a... Not a fan. So I don't know if that was foresight. Wait a sec, I wonder if I put anything near the zip wires. If there was like a telescope near one of them. That's an egg boy. I don't remember if I did. Did I find the trash can? No! Still here.
Okay, I blocked the door with some chairs, but I honestly don't know how much time I got here. So if anything happens to me, please do
Does it
not
even
look
exist?
into my
There's one person online who says they found
I
them.
love you all. All I ever wanted
Found two of
to
them, they
play some
said.
good music for you. So you know what I say? Mission accomplished. To heck with this station, to heck with my ex-wife, and to heck with the police. Goodbye and happy hunting.
Oh, there's a telescope. Finally, okay, we'll get a grasp on where it is I've been and where I've not been. Teleport. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? Mostly destroyed everything. Some stuff over here, though, I've not touched. Let's just put a bunch of waypoints over there. Yeah. I wonder. No, that's stupid. That didn't work last time. Traffic cone. Brr. A roast potato. Bomb. It's always good for venting frustration. This sucks. Traffic cone, roast potatoes. What on earth? Why? This sucks so much. This shouldn't be this difficult to find. And yet, look at this.
Dance your troubles away.
Where else am I supposed to go? Who do you talk to? Just tick everywhere you can and just hope for the buggy brown best. Warm. There's only one more place it could be, and that is in the last biome. But even then, I'm starting to question. Why would it even be there? Oh, another traffic cone.
Hello, I'm DJ Bleep Bloop, formerly known as Skeep Scoop. I lost that name to another DJ after a long, hard legal battle that's actually still going on. Sure, my lawyers are telling me to stop. However, just like I told my ex-wife, if I'm going down, it will be long, it will be messy, and I will drag everyone else down in the mud with me. But enough about that. We're here to listen to some good old dance music. So here we go.
I have no idea. My collection of traffic cones is vast. And so is my collection of baked potatoes. That seems to be all I can find these days. I get the occasional bottle if I'm lucky. God damn. Is there really nothing else? I've turned this place inside out. Where else could there... What else is there? Okay, there's still places. Traffic cones and baked potatoes. Sounds like a hard day's work. Have I tried doing more side quests? This is the last side quest until the game ends. Oh, we got a robot. Oh look, another traffic thing. Let's take a look. Right. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot. Another traffic cone! Yahoo! You brought me a bomb. Thank you. Another bomb.
You know what, listeners? I confess that I spent many years obsessing over things I could not forget.
Another bomb! Wait, drop it.
Past, but today, I feel as an enlightened man, I have achieved the
What am I
perfect
supposed to do here?
life. I have
There's no way this
job. I
trash
have
can lid is this... Not lid, but this trash can is this hard to find.
nothing in my life can go
It's
wrong.
impossibly.
Not to get cocky, but I have figured it all out, and it all works through music.
Unless, of course, it's in the last biome. Like I said before. And if it is, that's just suck. Gotta do all this again. Yo, MASHINA devs, in the unlikely event that you're watching this, what the fuck, man? Like, I get there's meant to be rare drops and shit, but what the fuck? I've taken the first 2 levels and turned them inside out and there's nothing. Did you forget to put them in? Sadly, typing MASHINA where is the goddamn rubbish bin yields no results. I found one result on the Steam discussion where one person claimed to have found 2 of them. I think that was a lie. Maybe the real rubbish bins, the friends we made along the way. Tell that to my collection of 13 traffic cones. Oh, yeah.
But I can see my producer
It can't be here.
handwritten note on the glass
Look at
that
this!
says I am
There's nothing left! Ooh.
pull the plug. But you know what, listeners? This
Let's go to the
conversation
third
stops only when
biome.
I say it stops. Let's just keep dancing.
In the unlikely event that if the third biome has it, I'm gonna do 1 push-up. Let's go. Yahoo. You wonder where the traffic cone collection went? It's mine now. I was jealous, so I took it.
I am getting threatened right now that they're going to call the police on me. There's one thing I always say in situations like these. Remember, police officers are not allowed to arrest you if you just keep dancing.
I like this. I like the cut of this radio presenter's attitude. The police cannot arrest you if you just keep dancing. You know what? I don't know how true that is, but It sounds right. Feels like Stanley Parable a bit. Stanley's Big Billy Blue. I'm glad I got these little robots helping me out here. Without them, I think this would be way harder to do. You won't find the rubbish bin, then go online to others and be like, oh, did you beat the rubbish bin mission? I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm not gonna tell anybody about this. If I find the rubbish bin, I'm keeping it a secret. I found another baked potato though, I can add that to the collection. Another traffic cone! Aren't I lucky?
I am being told the police is actually getting involved at this minute. I think we all got a bit excited just now, but let's all calm down. I am not in the studio. Yes, I said I am in the studio. Instead, I'm going to play something that should ease all of our nerves.
I'm digging real deep. Another traffic cone! Oh! That's how you know you're successful in this game. Teleport 15. traffic cones, and potatoes. That's all this game gives you.
I mean, they got no grounds for firing me anyway. Sure, there has been a few toilet accidents.
Bwamp.
I did break the photocopier that one time, but it was all in the name of good fun. Let's just listen to this while I deal with this situation.
Another traffic cone! Traffic cone percent? Another traffic cone! Now this is great. I feel like the game's rubbing it in. I feel as though this game has like a secret microphone filter. It's listening in to all of my problems and it says we need to accentuate these problems. Oh, I found a tire! I'm a tire! Goodness gravy cakes. No. Back to the collection hole. Hey, at least we've got some tires now. We got a new collection. 4 whole tires. Yum, yum, yum. This is stupid. This is 7 shades of stupid.
With some chairs, but I honestly don't know how much time I got here. So if
Let's go this way. Fuck it.
Please do not
Who's counting?
into my internet search history. I love you all. All I ever wanted was to play some good music for you. So you know what I say? Mission accomplished. To heck with this station, to heck with my ex-wife, and to heck with the police. Goodbye and happy hunting.
Lots of bombs. Oh, a potato! Mixing it up. Bomb. Another traffic cone. I found a yellow flower. This is starting to depress me. Another traffic cone, another baked potato, and a flower. I'll give you everything but what you need. Young squire. Ooh, a bomb. Oh, damn. Let's check out these spots. Boom. Whoops. Go, go, gadget, dig a lot, please. Another jacket potato. Is it anything over the traffic? Oh. I found a bomb. Ha ha ha. Hoo hoo hoo. Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. Hoo 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 hoo. Hee 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 hee. Ha ha ha. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, I don't have the room for it. That's fine. I only need one more skill point and then I've unlocked everything. Not that it seems to matter. No, that's not very optimistic. Hey look, another traffic cone! That's another one! Wee! It's starting to get a little bit stir crazy. Rename the stream to traffic cones. Oh. something here. It's not gonna be what I want, though, is it? It's a bottle! Another bomb. Drop off all the bombs. Holy crap, that was a mistake. There's a bunch of kids outside screaming. Let me deal with that real quick. You know what I wish I had beforehand? I wish I had a sound effect on my soundboard that was the audio of like a distant gunshot. I thought I was gonna go yell at them. No, why would I do that? They're just playing ball. They're just playing ball or something, man. Trying to get scabies or something. Hey, look. I found another flower. I found a bomb. I found another bomb. Flower, jacket, potato, bottle. There's two big glowies over there. Fingers crossed that it's a traffic cone. It's a baked potato! And the traffic cone! Holy shit. That's just what I wanted. I don't even remember what it is we're looking for. I'm not even mad. I don't know what it was we were looking for. It's like an echo in the wind at this point. It probably rhymes with sin? I don't know. Don't even remember.
I'm DJ Bleep Bloop, formerly known as Scoop. I lost that name to another DJ after a long, hard legal battle that's actually still going on. Sure, my lawyers are telling me to stop. However, just like I told my ex-wife, if I'm going down, it will be long, it will be messy, and I will drag everyone else down in the mud with me. But enough about that. We're here to listen to some good old dance music, so here we go.
Found a stop sign. Isn't that great? You found a octagon! It's funny, I remember the coming here, but the hole looks like it's been... Yeah, it's been like re-dug over. Oh, God. Disco ball. I think I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna call it quits. It's defeated me. This game has defeated me. I'm not interested in finding the trash bag anymore. Do I get XP for doing this? I do. Got it. That's every skill upgraded. Let's leave. We're gonna have to go. There's no guide. No guide at all. Unless you happen to have it.
MASHINA.
MASHINA. Traffic cone. I don't need a traffic cone. We've got plenty of those. Balbon, Botley, butane tank, Christmas tree, flower, fridge, lamp, mallet, statue, tire, stop sign, sign, and back. What a kerfraff.
Hi, MASHINA.
Hi, MASHINA.
Amazing work, MASHINA. When you're ready, head to the space rocket.
New skill point. I can't spend it on anything.
MASHINA.
MASHINA. Oh, wait a second. Plinky statue, proto statue. Wait, do you have the bin now? Get the fuck out of my way! I've been wasting my time. Here is a nice handy hint for game developers. You can make your 100% goal hard, but never make it so that you can't see it. That's extremely frustrating. Bin.
MASHINA!
What up, Holmes?
Oh, a lovely rubbish bin. How very practical.
Wait, new objective? Connect Bobbin and Bundle's base together, sure.
I'd love to send some flowers to Bobbin. Do you mind connecting us via those very fancy conveyor belts you
Wait, I
have?
thought we did this already. Unless Bobbin's elsewhere. I don't know anymore because I've destroyed everything. There's nothing left, so I don't know what... I don't know how to measure anymore because I've destroyed everything. Oh, thank heavens. Okay. I don't know where Bobbin is. Is Bobbin up? I think Bobbin is up. I think that's Bobbin.
This is kind of sudden, but I can see my producer holding up a handwritten note on a glass window that says I am fired. Another note says pull the plug. But you know what, listeners? This party will stop only when I say it stops. Let's just keep dancing.
Are we done?
Your troubles away. MASHINA!
Apparently we're not done. Connect Bobbins to Bundle's base with a conveyor.
MASHINA!
I'm starting to think... You know what? No, that's rude. Or is it? I'm starting to think some of these missions weren't tested. Which is fine. I think. Whatever. I hope you're watching so you can patch that out. I'm done! I'm ending the game. My patience for Mashina has gone. Finding that rubbish bin was awful. It's a very bittersweet ending. Let's get the hell out of here. Get into the rocket ship. Let's go. You can see the string. Oh, this is cool.
Well done, my robot friends. We finally did it. It has been a privilege and an honor to have accomplished this with you. I love you. Keko, are you ready?
Ready.
Tungsten, ready?
You better believe I'm ready.
Kodo, are you ready?
Oh, no,
Plinky, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mawa, are you ready?
Machina, baby.
Machina, are you ready? T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo! They're doing it! Yes! That's cool. You get to fly over where you've been and where you started. We're going to space! Yes! Oh? Oh, it's the credits, cool! I was kind of hoping we'd get to see them land on the moon, but, no. Still. This was great! Even though the ending was a frustration thing, which is my fault. I guess. Oh, look, yeah, it was Vinny Vice Source, look at that. I guess it was my fault for wanting to be a completionist, but finding those last little bits were very frustrating. However, the majority of this game, I'd say like 98% of this game was an absolute treat. Fantastic, I loved this. I want these guys to keep making games. I really enjoyed Judoro. I really enjoyed this. Keep doing more. Make more. Keep making games like this in this style. It's fantastic. Jack is pretty impressive. You think the devs made a making of documentary for this? Yeah, I think it's in the extras. We can watch it. Mashina is a cork? I didn't know. Egg. Cork. Little sushis. The disco balls. I love how it's all just plastered on the table. It's fantastic. There's Plinky. Oh, look, it's the spaceship scene. Oh, great. Oh, I wish the Kickstarter people were in alphabetical order. I'd tell you where I am. Well, if you do see me in this list, scream, because I cannot read that quickly. But I did give money to these people for the Kickstarter. So we're going to watch the documentary after this. I'm pretty sure it's in the extras, like it was for Judoro. The drills. The rocket ship. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. I'm gonna get the sound mixer up just in case the default audio for this isn't as loud as it should be. Extras. Making of.
You filming?
I've just started.
Do I talk to you or the camera?
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
For however idiosyncratic or different, weird everything is, like the real purpose of it is to be entertaining. It's all kind of in the quest for fun.
And I would say, treat me like someone who's just stepped into your office in a non-threatening way.
Okay. The world of Mashina is positive, hopeful, cute world.
Kind of a messed up trash world. But it's also about robots that are just happy to exist in any kind of world state, basically.
The sea is slime, the world is covered in rubbish, but they kind of revel in it. It's like, yes.
They know how to be happy, they know how to keep themselves busy.
Mashina, I love this little island we live on.
Thrown away objects for us, like old empty bottles become decorations, or traffic cones become decorations. Hey, look what I found, a nice old stop sign or something like that.
From the outside, it's about robots who are in a really bad situation, but nothing about their actual existence actually shows any kind of existential dread or anything like that. They're just like, oh, happy, I'm gonna dig, I'm gonna find minerals, I'm going to build stuff, I'm going to help other robots, and we're going to be a community, we're going to explore. So it's kind of about finding the positive in a messy world, essentially.
That looks so unbelievably fabulous. I love it.
A kind of John Waters jubilation in, you know, reveling in filth.
Watch it, Mashina. Look at all this ruddy mud. It's ruddy everywhere.
There was a bit of technical experiment that I wanted to do about, I wonder how it would be if I 3D generated meshes that you were kind of digging through, which means it's just like a 3D digging simulator, right? And that was kind of in the back of my brain, like, how can I turn this into some kind of digging game? We were kind of looking around with Jack to be like, what can we collaborate on? Me and my wife, we were playing Death Stranding at the time. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of interesting mechanical design in this game about making connections, doing all sorts of interesting things, basically, like having a community of people doing something. And I was thinking, how can I get some of those mechanics, but make it about digging, essentially? And then from there, we kind of said, okay, I really, really want to make a happy game instead of a dark game or a horror game, right? We want to focus on really happy feelings, like no stress.
Okay, I've got another mission for you. It's very important. Can you find me Kevin Mudd and give him this baked potato? I think it will really cheer him up.
Even when we come up with new mechanics, we're like, does this cause any kind of stress for the player? Because if it does, we're not going to use it. And those are the kind of design goals that we came up with.
Oh, a baked potato. That's really cheered me up.
Hi, this is my workspace. This is my, I guess someone called it a wet table. It's where I do all my messy stuff with like super glue and nail polish remover and rust in a bottle. So I got this idea for, this is final design for a character here. This is going to be called Mimi. And let's have a look at how I've been making characters. So characters like this, I get bits and bobs, shall we say. So here's my bits and bobs drawer. I've got a sprue of like air-fixed things, which I might stick to them. Some old Meccano, which has nice kind of structural things. I've used wire. That's for this one. For this one, I use type of foam clay, which is very light, so the models are able to freestand and things like that. And I've made casts using this blue stuff of interesting kind of metallic shapes from, well, from toys, from like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures and stuff like that, like sewer grate and things like this. And then some of them I just kind of free mold and then stick a bit of circuit board on something like that. And then a lot of it comes down to how it's painted to kind of give it a metallic effect. Here it looks very like old rusted metal. Here's kind of a glossy, oily look, just varnished with a satin sheen or something like that. My style and aesthetic is unconventionally ugly, is what I call it. The kind of charm in the cruddy nature. Not quite amateur, but definitely amateur adjacent. Yeah, for this character we're going to be using foam clay. Foam clay is nowhere near as detailed, but gives a nice rounded finish. And a lot of the robots I want to look quite cute. So it can be quite stringy, so you have to pull it off and it kind of snaps. I think if I look at my design, it's very simple, just with some shoulder pads. So what can I use? Here's I like to have lots of bits and bobs around, so that I can look at my table and think, okay, here's a little tire from a truck. That would make a nice shoulder pad, I think. Oh, I'm right. That makes it fantastic. And then this is like a yogurt thing. And I think that would make a nice shoulder pad. Yes. So I find there's something cute about asymmetry. Ooh. Now if you look there, the impression that's made is quite nice. So I'm going to keep that. Looks a bit weird. Oh, there we are. Look. We got an impression from the tire. We got an impression from there. That makes nice shoulder pads. I like ugliness, and I find things which other people find, you know, aesthetically pleasing, rather kind of tasteless and ugly and naff. So we're going to be using impressions for this to make a circle for the face. There we go. Oh, I'm happy with these kind of shoulder bits. I might like some kind of sharper lines. So just going to very gently sculpt them in. It looks a bit Pokeball. It's a good design. So that's going to be the basic body of Mimi, with the little face in the middle. I'm going to leave that to dry in the sun over here. Basically, you just need to get the water out of the foam clay. And now we need cute little arms and legs. I've kind of discovered that boxing gloves are kind of cute. So we're going to give her boxing gloves. Let me find some wire. Here's some wire. We want her to have quite short, stubby arms, so she's a quite contained shape. And I'm just going to mold little boxing gloves. The key to cuteness, I've found, is being soft shapes and roundedness. Now I love it when that happens. So if you can see, you start getting textures in the clay. I try and always keep them, as it kind of adds a personality to it. It's going to lose its shape if I just lay it down. It will have one very flat edge. So I'm just going to stick it in a bit of modeling clay, plasticine sort of thing. It might be a bit awkwardly big, but it's all right. It's a cartoony kind of game. Here we are. And she's got tiny little feet, I can see from my design. Now, my general boot design for this game is very simple. Little witchy boots, like that. Almost all characters have boots like that. Here's Mashina's little boots. I think it's a cool design. I would like to see more boots like that in real life.
The cool thing about Jack's art is that it creates a kind of nostalgia, but not in a video game sense. It's in a kind of a I'm a child playing with action figures type of sense, right? And from that, I think comes really innocent and really nice feelings.
One thing which I like to have is just things on hand and to kind of inspire me. So if I look in here, I can find some tiny, very strong magnets. Who knows what I'll use them for. The little tiny head which I made could be good for something, I'm sure. A bit scary for this game. I never really kind of get writer's block or whatever the model making equivalent is, because I can always just reach into here and find, okay, I'm going to use some colored liquid latex and some of Splinter's weapons from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figurines. What I'm going to make from that is anybody's idea, but I know it will be fun to make. And I think that will come through in the final thing. What else is in here? Living doll, professional oven baked clay. I think there's something just fundamentally creepy about that. I go for handmade things because it's just what I find the most straightforward way to create things, really. I don't want to be disparaging to any other way of making things. But for me, this is by far the easiest and by far the most engaging, and it allows for me a very understandable sense of experimentation and play, where you're not quite sure what the material is going to do, how the paint's going to react to the oil and the clay, these sorts of things.
You immediately connect with it. You can see the fingerprints on things. Oh yeah, that's human made. And it seeps into game design as well, where we kind of started to talk about just the mechanical side of games as like, is this human enough? You know, is this interaction interesting enough? Is it making you laugh? Is it making you feel something? Or is it just purely mechanical, where it's kind of by the numbers or boring? So we're always trying to come up with jokes to make each other laugh, or always trying to come up with interesting stuff that, you know, connects to that art style. So a huge part of our identity is that art style, and that's all Jack essentially.
Look, I was working some really bad 0-hour contract jobs. I realized, look, I got to do something, so I went to study art. You know, you need a good pragmatic degree if you want to do something, so I went to study art to kind of hone some techniques. I went with a portfolio of paintings to art college, and very quickly realized that I was more interested in conveying meaning through the medium rather than doing a painting or anything like that. So I was interested in making objects, something between installation and graffiti. Rewiring telephones and hiding them about and hoping people might find them, documenting that sort of, those weird kind of things. But at the end of the degree, I had a very peculiar skill set. And I was wondering what I could do with this. And my first idea was to do some kind of interactive theater where a person, I almost said player, a player would go into it and find different routes, and the story would be revealed to them in a very non-linear way. Of course, I didn't have the budget to do interactive theater, and I thought, hey, I like video games. I could maybe sort of blend my ideas with that. So I started very simply with an RPG Maker. I entered a competition, a Halloween competition, perfect for my interests, and I won. I won with a kind of claymation romp through Dante's Inferno, where it touched on everything from Amy Winehouse memes to Sylvia Plath, and everything. I realized how fun it was in the early 2010s that you could just put everything into a game. And okay, certain audiences didn't appreciate it, but I was having a lot of fun. So I carried on making little games, and I found it's a medium which keeps on giving to me, and I can keep on progressing and finding new things to say in the medium as well.
Based on a childhood in rural Scotland.
For me, it's this wonderful cross-section of entertainment and capital A art, and it's contemporary as well.
May the night stay dark.
From my degree, I was doing sound practices, I was making stuff using different materials, from latex to casting to traditional representational drawing. And video games was a place where I could bring all these things together. In a way, each video game is just a kind of documentation of the work I'm doing at the moment. And then that brings me to Judaro and MASHINA, where I started working with the very talented Talha Kaya.
I think I started to make games when I was 12 years old, it must be. So back then I was living in my original country, Turkey, and I couldn't really speak English. So when I downloaded a software called Game Maker, which is a program that you can use without having to write code, but like obviously all the UI and stuff is in English. So that was kind of the biggest challenge at first. Like as a kid who doesn't speak English, how can I make games? And it took years and years to actually get anything done at that state. From there, it kind of opened my eyes to, oh, I can actually make some really small 2D things. And as soon as I started to share these things, it became even more interesting. Like there was a few magazines that would cover these things as games that were made by a child, right? And then that kind of triggered, okay, well, maybe I can find some kind of career in this game design thing. And so I studied computer engineering, I learned coding and stuff, and throughout university years, I did some Flash games. So it used to be like you would make a Flash game and you would get it sponsored and you could make some decent money out of it. So that's kind of how I started to make money out of indie games, essentially. Otherwise, it was just like a hobby thing. And then I did a few internships at different companies, and I just kept making games. Even though I had jobs and stuff after university, I was making my own games at nights or at weekends, or maybe sometimes I had a part-time job, so I had more time to work on my games, essentially. So yeah, there's some in the background, and I even have like years on them. I suppose the biggest one is Soul Search. Yeah, there we go, Soul Searching. That one came out in 2017, and that one's about like having a small boat and going from island to island, and it's kind of the meta story is kind of about leaving your own country to live somewhere else, which is what I did. I had plenty of experimentation with different types of games throughout the years. So essentially my main role, my main skill is to code games. But I've been making games for so long that I'm kind of used to all parts of it now. Yeah, I had a hand in sound design, music, even art a little bit. Yeah, if the art style is easy enough, I can do it. Essentially, is how that is. I had a Tumblr, a game blog on Tumblr, where I was just reaching out to people that I thought were cool. Like, oh, that guy makes some cool games. I wonder if I send him a random blind Twitter DM or whatever, I wonder if I could interview them, right? And Jack was one of these people that I got to interview because I just always thought that his games were really cool and there was just nothing else like it out there. So there was a lot of curiosity about him as a creator. And from that interview, we kind of became friends and we started to help with each other's projects throughout the years.
It came to a point where it was like, hey, shall we try and make something together? Something beyond what either of us could do individually. And we have very similar sense of humor and an ability to make fun of ourselves. And very kind of similar design principles as well.
It seems like a good fit where you're really good at art and I'm good at coding. So why don't we just try to do this together? And that's when Judero happened.
Talha has skills which I just don't have. We complement each other quite well, I think.
I think our partnership works really well, so we just keep coming up with new projects to do together.
Our first game, Judero, was made with similar kind of practices of incorporating models and traditional stop motion techniques into a video game using billboarded sprites and things, which we've adapted and evolved into MASHINA. We're using what we learned through Judero and taking it in a kind of different direction to entertain our curiosities. The modeling techniques are a bit more advanced, or at least are expressing something a bit different this time. And the gameplay and the game loop is obviously quite different, although we're borrowing a lot of things from Judero.
Oh, hello, Machina. How are you today? Ooh, you're very excited because you're going to have a visitor.
So this is my finished model table. It's towards the end of the development, so it's looking a bit of a mess. I sometimes set it up all nicely, but we have our main characters, which I've added thread to so I can use them like marionettes. That's for little teaser videos. This is Kako. She's like the big sister to Machina. She's nice and yellow.
It's Kako! Hello, Kako. Hello, Machina. Give us a hug.
We have even things like the UI elements in the game are even handmade with these effects. The green's cut out, but you just see this metal. Textures in the game are often made like, this is the slime texture where I'll photograph it and take a normal map off so that you can see it's sort of based on something tactile. This is the conveyor belt textures. Backgrounds and platforms in the game, I use this, I kind of crudely paint up this MDF. I think it's from like War Games or something. I'm not sure what it's from.
It looks very nice around here, Machina. I love all your decorations.
To balance all these plates, we have to be very disciplined. We have to have very clear to-do lists, so very clear milestones. And we have to be honest with each other to say whether we're going to meet them or not. Sadly, we need to cut stuff which we know is not going to be viable or not going to be achievable.
It's really nice that it's just two people, and me on the code side and Jack on the art side, we are both really comfortable in our fields and we don't have to really clash on anything really, especially because our game design sensibilities are so similar. Like as soon as we give each other notes, we're like, oh yeah, of course I should do that, because that's just how to make a better game.
Oh, it's way more efficient being a small team. not only are you tighter with what you know you can do, but you're also very tight because you know what's not achievable. Hey, we're not going to be able to have very detailed 3D models, but let's lean into our strengths, and that's what's going to make this game as enjoyable as it can be. Alongside my wet table, I also have my kind of dry space. This is where I do lots of my kind of technical work, my computer-based work. I have my music making stuff here, like my tambourine, my melodica, my synthesizer here, and my MIDI keyboard here. I also got this thing, which is a little sampler. I have my effects pedals as well, microphone, audio interface, vocal effects thing for doing voice acting stuff. I got this really nice old like 70s microphone, which has this weird quality to it. And yeah, my computer. Let's see my to-do list. Let me see what Tal has been doing. He's been doing side quests, sushi mission, all decorations functional. Great. So yeah, we do the work in Unity. You can see this is one of the hubs of the game. The rocket from over there, I've taken the textures from and put them onto a 3D object here. Yeah, you know, it's charming, shall we say? Charmingly crude, unconventionally ugly. I think that's the thing which I go for. When it comes to game making, we'll have an object such as this bottle, this little water bottle. I'll photograph it in various ways, and we'll take 5 or 6 different photographs of it, so that then we can make a normal map from it. Then when we put it in game, we can give it a mesh, and it'll have this nice dynamic lighting. If we turn it round, it'll have a wee shadow. It'll have something similar to, I don't know, it looks a bit blurry, but it's very small. It'll have something of the dynamic lighting which you'll have in real life. It's billboarded, so it's always facing the character, like Doom 3D sprites or Duke Nukem 3D sprites or something like that.
Attention, Machina! What jolly rotter put all this mud down here? If I ever find the blighter who made this muddy mess, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Yeah. So Machina's credits I was putting together the other day, and it just made me laugh because I made a list of all the characters in the game. So there's 10 different people doing 10 different cool characters or something, and then it starts saying this character Jack, this character Jack, and so it's keeps going on with Jack for 15 characters or something silly like that. And then even with all his efforts, I needed to do some because it's just kind of unmanageable, and I am kind of worried about my accent and stuff when it comes to voice acting, but hopefully it's decent enough that it doesn't devalue the work. I did 6 characters, I think, in Machina.
The 3 laws of robotics. 1. Music is great. 2. Food is delicious. 3. Chums are the best.
We have friends and compadres and comrades who do voice acting as favors. My little boy does some voices for the game.
When it comes to voice acting or making music, it almost feels like a holiday for me because it's like I have a couch there that I just record myself and do music and stuff. Even though it's only a meter away from the computer, it feels like a holiday, you know, because I'm not looking at a big Visual Studio screen with a lot of code on. I get to do funny voices and stuff, which is really different from programming. So yeah, I do really enjoy it.
We're having a lot of fun with the soundtrack. It's almost like we're making loads of little concept albums. You find a radio in the game and you can tune into different radios. Each radio station we've kind of made, sometimes we've used podcasters, YouTubers, whatever, streamers, to be radio hosts.
This is Sneam Machine with That Looks Lovely.
We've got Guitar FM, where Tal has done some nice guitar work. A lot of my work on the soundtrack is basically music I've not heard before, kind of futuristic amalgamations, like gothic country was something I wanted to hear with a kind of dreaminess to it, with warm synths introducing things, then pulling back to hear very traditional country and western, except with almost like Cradle of Filth lyrics. And then the techno or electronic kind of music, very abrasive, but somehow kind of addictive or kind of beguiling. What's it going to do next? This kind of sense to the music. But all essentially music which can be passive as you play, can engage you as much or as little as you want. How about this one? No, not that one. Definitely not. At the moment, I'm thinking it's just such an awesome game. Love making games, and it's so cool that we're almost made another really individual work, and we managed to make it in such a nice timeline. I love the world. I think it would be cool to explore this world again sometime in the future. Yeah, no, I'm really in love with the work.
One day, I will invent a way to love things twofold because, at the moment, I simply couldn't love it a squidgen more.
And another thing which is, I've been showing my kids the game. It's a very child-friendly game. And the little one said, you know what's going to happen in MASHINA 3? Oh, tell me! I don't know what happened to MASHINA 2. He's 5 as well. You should be able to choose your character. Oh God, that's such a good idea. You should be able to customize your character. And like Blue Robot with rocket shoes. Yeah. Damn, why don't we think of that?
The kind of secret mission of this company is like, how many different games can we achieve with this art style? Because usually when someone goes with this type of art style, it's very story heavy. It's usually a point and click type of adventure game. It's very like scene based, slow, you know, that type of stuff. But like we wanna show the flexibility of this art style where it's like you can kind of make it work with every genre that you want, you know?
We have to think about the next project, right? So we were prototyping MASHINA during the work on Judaro. I obviously don't want to reveal too much, but we've already got the next ideas and very different kind of things. I guess if we're thinking in a slightly abstract way, Judaro was our morning game, like dewy grass, and it was set in the past. So we wanted to kind of move away from that, so we have a kind of a daytime game in the kind of full sunlight, and it's set in the future. So with our next game, we kind of want to think about, well, how does it relate to these sorts of themes? And how do we do something different from that? Okay.